going on, guys? We went with a lighter gray this time, but they're doing really good. Getting it done. And it's a cool time. I'd hate for them to be in the summertime in July trying to do this in 100-degree weather. So perfect time. It's gonna be about 60 degrees today. It's breezy, so it's perfect time to get this work done. It's getting done. It's coming along. Woo! Good job. Yeah. Let's walk around and see how the back is coming along. We still got to pick up all this leftover little pieces of the roofing shingles and stuff. And then we got to try to figure out what else we are going to do. I got to clean up this part back here. They're going to finish this. But man, they're working pretty good. They've got the back of it pretty much done. Oh, it looks so pretty. Nice new roof, new shingles. Oh, looking good, guys. So we're getting there. Got just a little bit more left to do on the front side. Yay! Oh, see, she looks so nice. Nice. Okay, now you can see it a little bit better. So yesterday we had the roofers here, right? And they did a good job as far as this. All looks good, all matches, all one color. I noticed on the back yesterday they were finishing, and above the garage it's two different colors. It's different colors of tiles, of shingles. And we pointed this out yesterday, but they seemed to just think that the tiles were wet because they were at the bottom of the pallet. So we thought, okay, well, we'll just let them dry. But no, you can clearly tell the color difference. It looks like somebody came and just did a roof repair and just patched up and tried to match up the roofing tiles the best they could. We tried to get them to stop yesterday and noticed that they were two different colors, but there was a language barrier, so we couldn't exactly get that done. They just continued to work. So my husband has been working on trying to contact the supervisor of the job site. There was one gentleman that was just like in charge of the crew to make sure that they had their materials and to get started. Yesterday that came by like 3 times before lunch break for about 10 minutes at a time. And you can kind of see here that there's a big patch right there that's a little bit darker than the rest of them. I'll back up a little bit, you can probably tell. But there's like different colors. You can see lines down the middle where the tiles were all, which I don't think you should be able to see all that either. I don't know, guys. Please tell me. Because it's not okay, and we didn't pay for what I call a patchwork quilt roof when we picked the color. It's supposed to be a color. However, whenever my husband was looking at the bags or the packages of the tile that was on this pallet right here, he noticed that there's 4 different batch numbers on there, so they're not even all the same, which I feel like should have been checked and verified while they were putting on the roof. But he found 4 different batch numbers, and they should all be the same batch number. So unfortunately, that's kind of what they're trying to stick us with, which is not okay. So they have not came and picked up the check yet, which I think at this point they're going to be required to fix this and make it look correct before any of that takes place, because that's not what we paid for, that's not what we agreed upon. And as of this point, it's supposed to be a new roof, and it looks like an older roof that's had patchwork and roof repairs done at this point. So disappointing. My husband's been trying to get in touch with them. Yesterday, nobody would call him back from the company. So I had to go on their website this morning and leave a bad review. So we'll see if that gets them jump started and get somebody out here to contact us. I'm pretty sure somebody will show up once that they're due for that check or think that they're going to get paid. Which we have no problem paying them because they did do the work, but they did incorrect work and patchwork colors. And that's not okay. Not at all. That's terrible. Okay, so I don't know if you can hear me with the wind, but here's what I have an issue with. Is right up about here, there's darker tiles where it looks like there's almost like a patchwork. And then above the garage, you can tell there's like a difference in the tiles and the colors. Now, we had 2 pallets full of roofing tiles and roofing shingles. So they unloaded the very first pallet all up here along the ridge. So that went on the front and the back. And then they started about the second pallet about right here, just before the garage, about midway through. And that's whenever we started noticing the color difference in the shingles. My husband was trying to get a hold of the supervisor. We was trying to tell the workers, like, hey, the colors don't match. There was a language barrier. We couldn't get anything done. So I'm hoping that maybe we can get a supervisor to contact us today, because this just doesn't look right. And I mean, we just paid for a new roof, so I kind of prefer that it looks like a new roof and not like, you know, they just did a patch job on a couple little spots or something, you know. So it's kind of frustrating. But as you move over here, you can see that it's pretty much the same, but you can see where the issue started right down that line, where it's definitely different than the rest. As you can see, the front looks good. It all matches, except for it starts right above the garage. See, so you can actually see a color difference as you're going along. You see where it starts to change right there. So my husband was finally able to get a hold of one of the supervisors. It's a few days after the roof, but at least we have a roof on it. May not be, you know, perfect, but we have a roof on it for right now. So he talked to one of the company owners, actually called him and explained that they have to file a claim with the manufacturer, because even though there were different batch numbers, they were all the same color from the same manufacturer, so they should have all matched, even with the different batch numbers. So he said it's a manufacturing defect, because some of the batch numbers were completed at the end of last year, and some of them were completed closer to like the beginning of January. So they've got to file a claim with their company to get reimbursed, I guess, they're going to consider it write-off claim, like a damage claim for the pallets. And then once they get that approved and get it sent back, then they'll order whole new tiles, and they're going to completely redo the whole roof, because they said as of this point, there's no way for them to actually just take up the discolored tiles or shingles that are up there, because then they may end up causing damage to the other tiles if they only do like half the roof. So they're going to end up doing the whole entire thing all over again, and make sure that somebody's on job site during the next time to make sure that everything's done correctly and everything matches like it's supposed to. So they haven't given us a time limit on when that's going to take place, but for the time being, at least we have a new roof on the house for right now. So hopefully we'll be able to get that done soon. Who knows? Wish us luck.